Whenever you log into LibGuides, if you ever want to do any work with the default template and or working with the shared content we've created, the easiest way to get to it is simply by going to the Content button, Guides, and then doing a search for the default template. From here, you're going to notice a bunch of things. The Home tab is where we've got a number of the shared content boxes that are just general boxes, such as the basic table of contents things and these various boxes that have been created over time that are shortcuts for search tools. All of the videos that we've been creating that are useful for library users, we're putting under this using the library page. And these boxes can all be mapped and or copied individually or as a whole, depending on your preference. The RefWorks and citation tools actually is just a link to the actual guide, but it's just one place where it's easy for you to find this particular page. The Get Help page is that page that we've been putting out there in terms of finding out various different resources for users to get help. And then the last page on here right now is a best practices page, and this is where the web team is going to be populating useful information for librarians to have whenever they need to update their LibGuides and they're having any trouble. This video will be published as a box on this particular guide. So what you're going to see on here, various best practices, things that have been created by SpringShare, some videos that we found that were not created by SpringShare but serve a purpose, and then any videos that we might be creating here. So the first thing that we want to do is we want to talk about the differences between copying a box and linking or mapping a box. If you're copying a box or a page, you're grabbing the content of a box but making it so that you can customize it and edit on your own. This is great when it's appropriate, but it's bad if you want to receive updates automatically. A good idea when you might want to copy a box is when you're copying a template or a model because you need to personalize it. Something that you can do like this is if you're on, say for example, I'm just going to do it on this particular guide. If you want to add a box and you want to reuse an existing box, you just make sure you know which guide it's in. Say I want to work on my own table of contents box, which I can see is titled What's in this research guide. And then you want to make sure that you scroll down just a little bit and you click on this copy button. This is the copy button that makes it so that the box is its own independent thing and that you can edit it and customize it as much as you want. This is also where you don't want to be clicking if you want to get the automatic updates from a box. So now I would see that I have the same box on the page 2 different times. One particular box is the one that was original, and then the one is the one that I created. So if you put it on your particular guide, then you are able to go in, edit it, and change all of the links because right now they're just dummy links. Whenever you want to link or map a page or a box, this is something that you're going to do when you want the content to remain the same and so that you get automatic updates. So a great example is this using the library webpage. If you wanted to link or map to the entire page, then it would just pull all of the boxes over automatically for you. Or if you decided that you only wanted to use a specific box on one of your pages, but you still wanted to get the updates, then you would just reuse the box in the mapped format. So this is again really good when you want to get that shared content that'll update automatically. So if you want to do something like that, if you're on a page, for example, and you just want to add a box and not use an entire page, again, you're reusing the existing box, finding which guide it's on, making sure you're picking whichever box you want, and then ignoring this copy box and then saving it. So you'll know that a particular box is mapped because it'll have this little reused symbol inside of it. And if you click on that, you can see where the box is coming from originally. Now if I went up here to say finding books in the stacks, I can now see that it's mapped in other places. And if I tried to delete it, it would tell me all the different places that it's mapped on. Now, on the other hand, if you want to link or map an entire page, you can just go to this Add New Page, Reuse Existing Page, select the guide that it's coming from, say I want to reuse the Get Help page, I can change the name here and it won't change anything about the page, whether you want it in a different position. And again, you have that option to copy it rather than link to the original. Remember that linking to the original will maintain it and it'll give you all of the updates. So right now, I would see that I have a mapped page. I cannot edit anything on this page, which means I can't move the boxes. I can't change any of the content of the boxes. All I can do is map to the original page. Whereas on the best practices, because I'm the owner of it, I have the Get Help page, I have all of the options to move things around. So that's a quick down and dirty about how to copy a box or a page, which is again meaning that you can customize it as much as you want, but you don't get automatic updates, or to link or map to content, which means that you're getting the updates.